So a woman shot a pastor, Ricky Floyd, but the suspect says he basically deserved that shit. He was pressing him.
News leader, the shooting death of a beloved pastor and prominent leader in Memphis left plenty of people stunned, many asking, why would anyone kill Pastor Ricky Floyd? Well, tonight, only on News Channel 3, video showing a portion of what happened the night Pastor Floyd was shot to death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG has viewed the video provided to us by the attorneys of the woman charged with shooting Floyd. We have carefully considered the weight of what's shown and the sensitivity to all involved in this tragedy. But we also believe it's an important part of the story and one you deserve to see. Here's WREG investigator April Thompson.
Plenty of speculation surrounding the shooting of Pastor Ricky Floyd outside Mama's Bar and Kitchen March 12th. Phone video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, back the up.
Then the video drops out. WREG sat down with the attorneys for Samantha Marion, charged with shooting Pastor Floyd to death. They say the video speaks for itself.
The video does not capture the gunfire that would have taken place probably maybe 3 or 4 seconds later, but it clearly shows him approaching her aggressively after being told several times to stop and that he should not be, walking up on her like.
Yeah, she said, hey, I'm backing up 3 times. Everybody got the right to stand their ground. He made her flee. That's no. That got to do with the Constitution, pursuit of happiness. Hey, I'm backing up for you. Listen, that's the warning. That's like equal to warning shots. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. To a woman.
Keith Perry says,
and this is a man and a woman too.
His client, Samantha Marion, was behind the camera shooting the video, and it came after Marion and a man she had met that night got into a heated religion discussion with Pastor Floyd inside the bar. Perry says when everyone was leaving, Pastor Floyd walked toward Marion, and the man got between them.
He stands in front of Reverend Floyd. He's knocked to the ground by Reverend Floyd, and when he does, the back of his head hits the pavement, and he becomes a little stunned or dazed. Reverend Floyd then takes the telephone of Miss Marion and he throws it to the ground and he hurled a couple of insults or what have you, and then starts to walk off.
That's when he says Samantha Marion picks up her phone and starts videoing the license plate of the truck.
Oh, so they arguing. First of all, a religious argument in a bar, that sounds like a crazy joke. So they already arguing. She's with a man and she's recording him, and then he throws the man down on the floor. The man hits his head. So now it's him and a woman. He takes the phone, throw it. She picks up the phone, which is really a damn charge already, because that's like grand larceny or something, because these phones, most of them are over $1,000. So you break somebody's phone, you could get charged right there. And it's a bunch of stuff, important paperwork and things people have on their phone. Anyway. So then he does all that, feel like he the man. Yeah, I knocked him down. I threw her phone. Gets in his car. So he could have drove away. He could have walked away. She wanted to catch his license plates like we probably all would. Like, let me get his license plates, report him to the police or something, say something happened. We don't know who this man is, or maybe she did. And that's what we see in here. And he looks and see her doing it, and then he stops the car. I just got to assume that was the alcohol. Probably. I don't know. So he stops it right here, put the brakes light on, gets back out.
Since she had never met Floyd before, that's where the video picks up.
Whatever trick.
Now he approaching her aggressively. Now this is a woman. I just seen you throw a male on the floor, throw my phone, and I picked it up. Now what are you going to do? She could have started firing when he got out that damn truck. He just, I thought he had a weapon or something. He got back out. Now he knows if he'll do that to a man and throw my phone, he pulling up his pants. Look at this. All this is aggressiveness right here.
Triggered him. He was upset with Mrs. Marion.
And look, he ain't saying nothing, just approaching you, walking. So what happened if she ain't back up? What happened if she stood there? Was he going to bump into her?
He fought through 2 individuals to get to her, and watching him storm from the vehicle and approach her, it was clear that his intentions was definitely not to give her a hug and say, hey, let's work this out. But he had aggression in his heart and in his mind.
WREG acknowledges that this is only one piece of video from that night, and it does not include what police.
March 12th, Memphis police responded to a shooting in front of 855 Kentucky Street, Mama's Bar and Kitchen. Officers arrived and located a male later. She might get, I'm about to say maybe, because you're not really supposed to have your gun with you at a bar, but it's called Mama's Bar and Kitchen, so maybe she's like, I wasn't there to drink. I didn't know it was just a bar that just served nothing but alcohol. Like, it's not like a club, but so she might get off on that. Memphis Fire Department personnel arrived on the scene, pronounced Floyd deceased at the scene. Officers located Samantha Marion on the scene, was one of the individuals who had called 911. Officers queried her as to where the shooter was, and she replied that she shot the subject. Marion was taken into custody on the scene. Investigators made contact with the witness, Keisha Smith and Stephen Newsom, who stated that they had been inside of the business with Marion when they became involved in an argument with Floyd. They advised that Floyd left the business. They proceeded outside. While talking outside, they advised that Floyd returned and became irate. So he left and was just sitting in his car or something and then waited for them to come out and then came back. If something was on his mind, or they advised that Floyd returned and became irate and aggressive towards all 3 of them. This portion of the incident was captured on video surveillance of good quality. In the video, Floyd scenes throwing Marion's phone to the ground and throwing a beer can, so he was still drinking outside. Then he gets into his vehicle and begins to drive away. Marion walks out into the roadway and appears to be recording his vehicle, so it's supposed to be over right there. With the cell phone, Floyd stops the vehicle, exit, and walk towards Marion. Smith is seen getting between them, creating some distance between Marion and Floyd. Video then shows Marion walk towards Floyd, who begins walking backwards away from her. As she backed away, he is seen falling to the ground and does not get back up. Hold on. Floyd stops the vehicle, exit, and walk towards Marion. Smith is seen getting between them, create some distance between Marion and Floyd. So it's them right here, it's the third party. Video then shows Marion walk towards Floyd, who begins walking backwards away from her. As he backs away, he is seen falling to the ground. Oh, that one's tricky. So are they saying that like he stopped being aggressive? Like she pulled out a gun and she started walking towards him, and then he walked away, and as he's walking away, she fires? Otherwise, everything else into them says Floyd deserved that, and nobody deserved to die probably, but he was asking for it. But if the guy got between them and then she came up and said, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," then I don't know. Or was he being aggressive and then I don't know. I don't know if it's the way, because I'm reading this. See, I thought he pushed him down, then got back in, and then stopped. They proceeded outside. While talking outside, they advised that Floyd returned and became irate, and they. Let's see.
Have described as Pastor Floyd holding his hands up.
Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Smith advised that Marion shot Floyd in the roadway. Investigators observed one cartridge causing casing on the scene and what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the front of Floyd. Additionally, investigators observed a black handgun in plain view inside of Marion's 2023 Nissan Altima. The offense occurred.
Holding his hands up and walking backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground. Out of respect for Pastor Floyd's family.
Yeah, that's it, right? Like that's what they got to see. What happened? Was he approaching her and then she said stop, and then he's fired, or was everything said and done and then he's whoa, don't do that. Once he does this and backs up, it's over. It's over. He's no longer a threat. But then maybe she like me, because if I pull my shit, I'm shooting. By the time I pull it, I decided that you're a threat, and I'm pulling it. So if I happen to pull, you coming towards me, and I pull it, and I go to shoot, and you like what happened? Because she could have got that shot off first, and then he like, oh no, and then he falls after the shot. So when did the shot come? That fucking 1 to 2 seconds right there is the difference between whether she's guilty or not. I don't know.
WREG reached out to a family spokesperson and shared the video. It was their first time seeing it.
At this difficult time, we're just totally focused on prayer and maintaining our faith in the justice system. We trust that it will fulfill its purpose and provide us the answers and the accountability that is essential right now.
But
what accountability? That man was a pastor. He's supposed to have all his ducks in a row mentally. This was an emotional outburst that he was approaching a woman aggressively. So I don't want to hear that accountability. If anything, it's like, okay, they don't want to talk about it because he was in the wrong, maybe she was in the wrong, and things just got out of hand. But to like put on like, oh, we think that like she's gonna be dealt with and the court system's gonna be on our side and she's gonna be held accountable. Like for what? He started this shit. Either way, point blank.
Marion's attorneys believe the video shows their client was defending herself, and that should have been taken into consideration when she was in jail 7 days and given a $100,000 bond.
You're witnessing a person that has just been assaulted and is getting a tag number and trying to do what they're supposed to do, and you're witnessing a person who, despite the great 58 years that he has lived, and we're not asking anybody in the public to measure him by that last 30 minutes of his life or what have you, but for that last 30 minutes was angry.
For your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG.
Yeah, so yeah, I liked what he said at the end. Like we're not saying he was a bad guy, a criminal, and he deserved it. It was just some mistakes you can't come back from. If you could slip and fall down the steps, and somebody could break their neck. I mean, it could be a mistake. You could be playing, running. That's why you tell the kids, stop running in the house. Blah, blah, stop running down those steps. If something happened as a mistake, of course, you're not bad, but you were told to stop. Don't run with that knife. Why? Things could happen. So he might have been the alcohol. He might have been going through something, and he ain't let Jesus take the wheel right here. He could have kept going. He could have kept going. Nothing probably would have happened, or they probably would have said, hey, yeah, somebody threw a beer can at us. What was you going to do up to that point? Like, he yelled at them and threw a beer can or whatever. The man probably would have been like, yeah, because he would have said, yo, it would have been their word against his word. Like, yo, he started. Yeah, he came up to me. I pushed him because he was aggressing me, blah, blah, blah. It don't even seem like the guy was maybe that hurt. But you got back out the car. That's the thing. If I'm on the jury, he got back out of the car and approached this woman. I would have been scared. If this was my sister, my mother, I would have said, hey, pull your shit. When he got out the car and started approaching you, said, I'm backing him back, and she should have pulled her shit and popped him. That's what I've said. That was waiting too long. She waited too long, if anything. So I don't agree. I don't know. But this could be a good man. God bless his family. Pastor Ricky Floyd. I'm sure he was a public servant. And everybody get angry a little bit, but you can't be doing this. Now, especially not to no woman or nothing. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers.